So, just looking at the top, I'm actually really interested in this top lane matchup. It's IPT JLC's Echo versus G4 versus Sex
Uh-huh.
Maokai. So actually, that is not Warlock. All right,
That
sorry.
is not Warlock, that is not
Yeah.
Intresso, that's Sec.
All right, so
coming in.
this is a new. I haven't seen that much of Sek actually. So
Same, I think
I'm-
it's a sub. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure what to expect from him. But Maokai versus Echo, probably the two more popular picks
Yeah.
that recent picks actually that we've seen. Maokai started seeing play fairly recently. Same thing with Echo. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two work out in these team compositions. And it looks like Imperium Pro Team actually going for a very similar composition that they've ran
From day one?
From day one, yes. They've got that Elise, they've got that Echo. The Jin once again on 8, and I think Poisanity is going to be his third the game. Like,
Third game? I thought it was Braum the other time.
did he play Trump? Yeah,
It
you're,
was
you're right,
the-
you're right.
the
So
second
second game.
But the different factor for IPT's comp is definitely light, where he played 3 different champions,
Yeah, for sure.
3 different games. So first it was Azir, Lissandra, and now he's on the Victor. But like to point out, I thought Intresso was going to be the top laner of BKT, but it seems that it's Sec. When I saw the Maokai, it reminded me of day 1, where
Yeah.
Maokai had a Sterax on his inventory.
I actually didn't get to check that out, but
We had a Sterax, man. And this is the thing. He was the man of the game because he was the guy that dealt the most damage out of everybody last game.
Maokai.
Maokai with the Sterax and everything. So
Alright.
this is really weird. But then it's Sec, it's not interest. So let's see for the last pick here for G4 in the mid lane.
yeah, that's most likely going to be that Zed locked in. So the Zed versus Victor matchup in this mid lane, going to be very interesting to see how this pans out. And with the way these team compositions are set up right now, we should be expecting the lane swap coming in for the teams, probably initiated by Bangkok Titans.
Yeah, with the Bard pick though, I really think they're very confident in using with Moss here, because if you pick a Bard, it's very situational, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't make it work, it's just there, like a wallflower.
And Moss really good on these mechanically intensive supports, really likes to play that Thresh, that Bard. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if he's able to make use of those Tempered Fates very effectively to start those fights. They do have lots of forms of initiate coming in for Bangkok Titans. You have that on the hunt from Sivir. Gragas, of course, with that E into Flash combo.
Yeah.
And Maokai, very hard initiate coming in. And on the IPT side, they've got fairly good counter engage as well. They do have the Echo W, which can help, and the Trundle Pillar. So it's going to be interesting to see how these team fights pan out, how the game itself pans out as well.
Yes, exactly. And we have seen Kanai Gaming's Bard, where it was also an Echo top on BKT's side, and then they used the Tempered Fate to just try to deny the Echo engages. So I think they could use that in a similar fashion in this matchup.
Yeah, so let's see how this pans out. We are now on the loading screen. Once again, guys, this is Group Day 2 of the group stages. This is the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring, guys. And this is a match between Imperium Pro Team versus the Bangkok Titans.
So yeah, what are your predictions so far?
I don't want to predict anything so far. Personally, it'd be really cool if Imperium Pro Team walked away with the victory. I mean, Imperium Pro Team, they've had a really long streak of victories coming in from the Pro Gaming Series. Meanwhile, BKT have been very dominant since the very start, so it's going to be a very interesting underdog story if Imperium Pro Team does manage to walk away with this victory right here.
That's true. Let's see what their level 1 strategy is. Well, let's do the round up here on the blue side. We have Imperium Pro Team with our Philippine representatives. In the top lane, we have JLC with the Echo. In the jungle, we have Suez with the Elise. In the mid lane, we have Light with the Victor. And for the bottom lane duo, we have Hate with the Jin. And for the support, we have Poisanity with the Trundle.
And for the red side, we have the Bangkok Titans, not the Kuala Lumpur Hunters, guys. So for the top lane, we have Sek on that Maokai. For the jungle, we have 007X on the Gragas. For the mid lane, we have G4. And for that bot lane duo, we have Lloyd and Moss playing that Sivir and Bard respectively.
Yes, it's BKT, guys, not Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. We do see lots of wards being placed in the river right now, and it looks like it's actually going to be Imperium Pro Team who are going to initiate the lane swap, not Bangkok Titans. So we do see Trundle and Jin making their way towards that top side of the map. However, it does look like Maokai and Gragas are there to anticipate that lane swap, so they will be double jungling together. I don't think any of the teams have spotted each other yet. It's just been an intuition, like assuming that they're in the swap.
Yeah, it's all on the riverside, the ward. They haven't planted any before, so yeah, they won't spot this out. And let's see what kind of strategy they're taking each other's. I mean, the Bard and the Sivir are taking the Krugs there at the bot side.
Yeah, and we do see a pause going down, so it looks like there might be a technical difficulty in, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this lane swap pans out. We do see that the Imperium Pro Team side is actually going for a lot faster lane swap where they opted to not take the red. They're going directly from the Raptors to possibly the Wolves, then blue. Meanwhile, we do see Bangkok Titans. They're taking it a bit slower. They took the Krugs. They're going to go to their red most likely, and then they'll probably go to their blue afterwards. So Imperium Pro Team just looking to push a lot faster compared to Bangkok Titans, as their comp is slightly slower in regards to push, seeing as they do have that Jin compared to that Sivir.
Yeah, so I think this puts the Bard in the best position to try and roam and try to set up for G4 or the jungler 007.
Yeah, so it looks like we are seeing that right now. The Bard did check the Raptors, saw that it was taken away, so Bangkok Titans does have the knowledge that they did go for that Raptor star, and he just scouted the red as well, so they know they're not going red, and they are going to expect the faster push coming in for Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, well, wow, looks like G4 getting a chunk of damage from Light at this point, so he loses one stack on his pot.
Yeah, however, he's got 2 more, but Rat Trade coming in for Light is very effective, and G4 half HP.
Yeah. Wow, so they're opting for fast push this. Those 3 at the bot side, meanwhile 4 at the top.
Yeah, and alright, so we do see that Bangkok Titans opted to go for this. I actually like this better when running a lane swap where you just send 3 bottom instead of sending all 4, as I feel like having all 4 members in the top lane is really overkill and not efficient when it comes to farming optimally and just caring for the XP properly.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think they're in a hurry since Jin is not the best major ADC. And of course, they're going to get beaten down by the Sivir red bot, so I think they will manage to kill it at the same time.
Yeah, so we do see that they are backing away, and they had a really poor bounce actually on that wave right there, so they will be forced to shove this all the way to the turret. If they did not do that, then that would be really bad for Imperium Pro Team, as that lane would be frozen by Sivir, that top side. And it looks like the minions will hit that turret, so the wave should be reset.
So it's deja vu again from last game where they didn't bounce the wave properly. I think it was against Kuala Lumpur Hunters. Where there was,
I believe so, yeah.
And deja vu another. It's a Sivir and Jin matchup again. So.
Yeah, so Sivir Jin once again, and let's see if they're able to make that deja vu happen once again and take the victory coming into this game.
I don't know why I keep pointing out these similar matchups, because I think day one there was also an Echo and Maokai matchup at the same game. So it looks like Light scaring away G4 away from his lane, but he has to be careful. There's 3 people there around the riverside.
Yeah,
so.
And I actually really like this play coming in from Bangkok Titans. They spotted JLC in that mid lane, so they're going to go ahead and just shove the top lane really hard and establish that vision control in that top lane. We see that very aggressive ward in between the turrets placed by the Bard, and we do see Gragas clearing that top side of the jungle, so they are probably going to be going into a turret for sure, and possibly either a second turret or the Rift Herald. Meanwhile, Imperium Pro Team actually doing a very good job of responding as well.
Wow.
I think the Imperium Pro Team back in the past wouldn't have made this type of macro play to just immediately go for the trade, and their objective trading, like, over the past 2 days have been spot on.
Yeah, it would have been different. Maybe they would have opted for Dragon instead and go turret the second, but you know, they're doing this pretty well. Meanwhile, let's see if BKT will recall and do something in response to this, or get the Rift Herald.
So you see that the Gragas is backing already, so it looks like they're going to try to defend this push, as they were a bit too slow on the trigger, and Imperium Pro Team does have the momentum advantage. And wow, first blood coming in by Light.
Light, such a monster.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
man.
not expecting that. This is G4 that we're talking about. G4, he played against Faker in Worlds, and I mean, like,
Exactly.
he's a very good mid laner. And here's Light showing up, bullying him in lane, and getting the solo kill first blood onto him. Very well played, and this should be the Dragon for Imperium Pro Team if BKT doesn't have anything to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, Light was pretty sneaky. He was just chunking him down slowly and slowly. His flash was prepared, so the lasers and everything. G4 did not expect that at all. The camera just pans directly to the mid lane, and bam! Not even a play-by-play.
I believe right when Light hit level 6, he immediately flashed in, used his QE ult combo onto G4.
Wow.
So G4 wasn't I'm not sure if he just forgot about the level 6 or if he wasn't respecting it, but
Yeah.
in either case, he is dead. So that's 0-1 dead. And G4 wanting to get some revenge, going very aggressive.
Whoa, nicely done Root once again. Sec forced the flash, but that's JLC with the parallel convergence as well. That's Poisanity on the chase. They're still going in, and the pillar lands. So Sec has nowhere to run. Poisanity gets the kill though.
That's going to be a really nice kill coming in onto... Oh, Poisanity secured the kill. I thought for a second there that Hate was able to get the kill.
Yeah.
And it looks like Imperium Pro Team now making their way towards this Rift Herald possibly. The ping has gone down, but it looks like they will back off as they do see that Sivir is stacking the wave in that bot lane. So they do need to respond to that. And I believe Hate needs to be careful. This is a 1v3 scenario on G4. Half HP again.
Exactly. They can easily dive Jin. Jin, not the best. One of the less mobile ADCs. He still does have a flash. He still has the heal, but if he gets locked down, he's just gonna be in trouble. Meanwhile, that's JLC going down. Rift Herald being taken by IPT. Let's see how fast they can push this one.
Yeah, it's already down to half HP. However, JLC is now there to help out. Let's see what happens.
Wow. Just scares him away, doesn't go in, Hate gets the stun. Meanwhile, 007 still has that explosive cast. Let's see if ever he will use it to try and put Hate in a bad position here. JLC, the root connects onto Moss, gets stunned. 007 with a nice cast there. Hate as well, very low, but 007 is solo agent. Suez very low, one on attack will finish him off, and that is the curtain call. Will Moss get Ethan? Well, actually, no. Lloyd gets exhausted. Hate with the W doesn't connect. Lloyd with a red buff wasn't able to get into range for the auto attack, but that's a nice play stun by Moss. Well played, but that's a 1-for-1 exchange on the ADCs. But oh my god, here comes Light with a revenge kill onto the Bard. So it's a 2-for-3, 2-for-2 in favor of, yeah, it's pretty much even.
I'd say it's pretty much even, but I just have to commend Moss right there, as that could have been really ugly. That could have been possibly a 4-for-0 trade for Imperium Pro Team if they play that right. But Moss went on like his footing, dodging all of Hate's ults, and then eventually getting that nice double bind, predicting where JLC was going to shift to. That was insane.
Yeah, it was insane. And can you imagine there were a bunch of minions there? Oh, 007 gets the steal onto the blue buff, so it's half HP. That's a scary, scary fat man right there.
Yeah, and it's a 1,000 gold lead now in favor of Imperium Pro Team. And that Batman, like, I just have to say, that all started with his very nice explosive cast coming into the bot lane, getting, I believe it was Hate in a really bad position, as well as Suez. And I believe 007 was able to run away from Suez as well. Suez missed that initial cocoon and wasn't able to get the follow-up damage afterwards.
Yeah, to suffer from that. Meanwhile, let's see though, we still haven't seen a second action with the rest of his teammates. He got solo kill at the top lane, JLC just creating this relieving pressure away from the mid lane, away from Light rather. And there is 007 camping the brush.
Yeah, we do see that Lloyd and Moss playing very aggressive in this bot lane. They have spotted JLC and Suez in that top side of the map, so they do know that there isn't that much to defend. Dragon hasn't been taking it, and let's see what Imperium Pro Team does to respond to this, as I feel like the momentum is now in favor of Bangkok Titans, where Bangkok Titans are the ones creating those plays on the map, while Imperium Pro Team has to just respond at this point.
Exactly. It's so funny. It's 11 minutes in. It's like Dragon is out of the equation. They're just trying to push down, shoving down the waves here. Meanwhile, G4 chucked down again. He still has the Chaos Storm,
Yeah.
IPT Light. He does have exhaust just in case G4 tries to go in and make a counter play. And the lasers just keep hitting, man.
Yeah, and we do see a gank possibly coming in. 007 on the wing, Maokai on the wing as well. However, there are lots of wards to spot this out. And Imperium Pro Team are looking to set something up on the spot side of the map. Possibly
bait
the dragon, possibly the blue buff. We'll see what happens.
They're having some pings down here, and that's the curtain call again, just to try to scare away the ninja back to his lane.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So it looks like they are going to be going for this mid lane push. However, they need to respect that bot lane as there's no one there to defend that. JLC does have his teleport available, and I actually think it's a really bad play coming in from Imperium Pro Team. They're going to lose this bot lane turret, and they might not even get this mid lane turret as well, and that bot lane turret falls.
Yeah, they're sacrificing. Sec actually roots in the chin. Sec all alone uses the flash to distract everybody else. Nice, he played W of Victor there, and meanwhile that's 007 from behind. JLC though trying to respond G4 as well, just on the sides. He's 1/4 HP, but that is gonna be a flat kill. IPT like no mana so far. W does not connect onto anyone. Suez on the run. He's the one from behind, and that is a rappel onto his death, her death rather. Light meanwhile finishes off the bar. G4 just rides on to the magical journey away from Light. He does have the blue buff. He doesn't have mana anymore. He still has a flash, exhaust as well. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Bangkok Titans.
Yeah, and I actually think Bangkok Titans could have played that a lot better. I would have liked to see Lloyd and Moss like keep pushing that bot lane as there's no one there to respond. Meanwhile, Sec and 007 could have just delayed Imperium Pro Team from backing. That might have been another play. However, this play also works out 2-for-1. There are now 2 extra kills onto Sivir, I believe. So Sivir does have that Essence Reaver and is going to be doing a lot of damage now.
Yeah, it's like we might dive this one. Poisanity lays down the pillar just to slow everybody else. But there's a guard right there for the backup. Shield procs, they're going home.
Yeah, it looks like Imperium Pro Team are gonna try to capitalize on this recall by quickly taking this mid lane turret, but Sivir is there with that wave clear, with those bouncing waves, and with that boomerang to just clear this wave very fast.
They do get an exchange there, the mid lane turret in exchange for the bottom.
But for sure that was in favor of Bangkok Titans. They had those 2 kills on top of that tier 2 turret taken in the bot lane.
Oh man, like nobody's even taking notice of Dragon. Like, hello, I'm here in the map, yo.
Yeah, but at this point, I think neither of the teams want to...
Are interested, yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to sacrifice a really bad team fight from the Dragon, as the reward from taking Dragon doesn't outweigh the risk that could possibly happen if you force a bad team fight because of the Dragon.
Exactly. Everybody wants to play this carefully. Just want to reiterate that Bangkok Titans currently 3-0 in the GPL. Meanwhile, IPT 2-0. So yeah, we'll see who gets first blood on each other.
Yeah, and let's see what happens. It looks like there is a lull in the game as both teams want to reestablish their footing coming onto the map. You see that the vision control is quite lackluster right now.
For both sides?
Yeah, for both sides. Poisanity looking to place some wards around that dragon pit. So it looks like the next play for IPT is possibly this dragon. And they should start it.
Yeah, Maokai does have teleport if ever something does happen. He's starting to recall. Probably, it's not 20 minutes in. Light actually lays down the Chaos Storm, just scaring away G4. He's drinking some pots, but no ultimate there. Here comes a teleport coming from the Maokai. Where's the gravity field? It's not, it has been laid out already. He has this moment. Hate, in trouble. Use the flash. Do it. First one to die at this point. Zach very low right now. JLC has the priorities in his life, and he cuts down the tree right away, but in sacrifice of that, he's dead. Light as well. Trapped between 2 people from BKT. Shot down onto Victor. That's a 4-for-1 in favor of Bangkok Titans.
And the reason why that fight went so terribly for Imperium Pro Team was that it looks like they were confused in what decision to do. We saw Suez and Hate still at the Dragon Pit. Meanwhile, we saw Light going aggressive onto the Zed, and then we saw Poisanity trying to back him up. And that's what caused that fight to go so bad. I believe Moss actually landed a 2-man Tempered Fate onto Hate and onto Suez as they were trying to run away from the Dragon Pit, which really helped in allowing them to win that fight right there. And as a result, the gold lead now in favor of Bangkok Titans. A 4,000 gold swing already just by that fight right there. And looks like it's going to go even higher as Lloyd takes this mid lane turret.
Exactly, and what do you call this? This is what we have been talking about earlier, where nobody wants Dragon because, as you said, it's very risky, and that's what happened. IPT wanted the Dragon. They were confused on what was the priority. Light actually chunked Maokai, right?
Yeah.
Chunked Maokai for like, I don't know, half HP. But then again, they were out of position. Mod was a really nice play. And of course, let's see here at the top side. Zach right now in trouble. That is Suez actually wanting to back off. Oh my god, that's a tanky tree. JLC is actually trying to kill himself by doing this. And there's a flash as well. There is the chrono break being used. Assist me. He has still mana. Zach running out of mana though. Let's see. He's just normal attack just to get HP back onto himself. But here comes the rest of the Imperial Protein. Magical journeying away. Laser is not enough from Light, and Zach gets away safely.
And Suez has been playing pretty questionably coming into this game. None of his cocoons, none of the important cocoons have been landing so far.
Yeah.
And we did see some weird decision making where Suez immediately backed off once we saw JLC go in. I think maybe it was JLC telling him to just back off and saying he could handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I just have to say that Bangkok Titans really is in control of the game right now. And one of the best ways to see how in control of team is by looking at the CS. Take a look at the CS right now. We haven't touched up on it on the while. We take a look at the top lane. There's a 20 CS gold advantage there. Jungle has roughly a 30 CS gold advantage, and the bot lane has a 60 CS gold advantage. So this means that Bangkok Titans is rotating much better than Fear Pro Team.
Well, let's see here though. That is the ultimate from Zed being used. Curtain call, but that is an exchange. Raquel onto minion, jumps onto J4. Just a couple of more, and they'll be able to eliminate G4. Who will get the kill? Just sidestepping. Ninja won't get to go away. Suez gets the kill.
Yeah, and while they did manage to get that kill in that bot lane, they did use another tier 2 on that top lane. So again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about the rotations coming in. Bangkok Titans is doing a lot better job of efficiently controlling the map and efficiently making the most of every objective on the map.
Yeah, it's so weird that they were after the picks instead of trying to defend. It looks like they'll be able to successfully defend this one. Meanwhile, Double 7 all alone. I wonder what BKT will be doing. JLC is still trying to distract everybody else. Nice sidestep there. Lloyd in trouble onto the brush. That's a double fight everywhere. There's 3 fights going on here. Suez in trouble, has a flash. One more on attack. Lloyd still has a flash. Actually, Pink, meanwhile, here with 007. Nice cast to separate everybody else. But Pink reigns supreme there. He gets a kill onto the Gragas. Meanwhile, Zek chasing down the light right now. That's a rampaging tree. Nicely timed Sonia's, but it won't do you any good. Lloyd still alive with all the life steal here. JLC in trouble, the only one left. Actually, Hate is still alive. Poison Sanity still alive. But of course, they won't take that on. That's 3-1 in favor of Bangkok Titans.
Yeah, that was just really well. There was a lot of things going on during that fight. There was at least 3 different skirmishes. We saw Gragas versus Trundle and Jin in that bot lane. In the mid lane, we saw there's just so many fights.
Exactly.
It's hard to keep track of what exactly happened.
Everywhere.
I guess it was just a test of the skirmishing abilities of these teams, and I believe Lloyd actually had a very good performance right there. And Lloyd, in general, has just been playing so well in the GPL season so far. Yesterday, he had a lot of really good games, and again, no difference right here. He has a 60 gold advantage so far, and his 5-1-6. His positioning has been very effective so far, and the way he moves around the map and is able to just take those objectives is very good as well.
Exactly. I was thinking earlier when they were trying to make a pick onto 007, I thought the rest of Bangkok Titans will try to collapse onto the 2 members of Imperium Pro Team, but they did not. They just tried to distract everybody else from joining into the fight. It worked really, really well for Bangkok Titans, and right now IPT just seems a bit lost right now on what to do.
And we do see the map has been split right now. We do see the vision control for Imperium Pro Team is mainly on that bot side, and Imperium Pro Team in general is just playing around that bot side of the map, while Bangkok Titans, they have that vision around that top side of the map, as well as their players being on the top side. And at this point in the game, it's much more important to control that top side. You control the Baron when you do so, and some action in the bot lane. JLC down to half HP.
Whoops. Yeah, never mind. 'Cause Zed right now. He has 2
Yeah.
items here, and then he has a backup shield just in case Echo gets really troublesome. But yeah, right now it's IPT just moving around, trying to defend because BKT at this point, they do have the momentum. And looks like they are trying to aim for this mid lane turret.
Yeah, this mid lane turret should fall very shortly. We do see a wave being stacked up in the top lane, slow pushing towards the IPT side. Meanwhile, G4 pushing that bot lane and the other members of Bangkok Titans in that mid lane. So this turret should fall right about now as GPL is in no condition to force a fight here.
Yeah. And the thing is, the good thing about Bangkok Titans' composition is that they have a lot of options. Their team fight is good, they have engage, they have disengage, and they can split push with the Zed if they want to. So it's pretty balanced in terms of team compositions for Bangkok Titans.
And now with all the outer turrets and inner turrets gone, this is a point in the game where a lot of the teams struggle to really end and possibly, and usually end up throwing from time to time.
Yeah.
So let's see if this is the case for Bangkok Titans. Most likely it won't be, as Bangkok Titans are this experienced team. They are very experienced with playing this type of game and closing it out. However, 007 gets caught out.
That's a cocoon. He still does have a flash, but Point Sanity is there just to try to catch him. Nicely done. Body slam and the root as well. There is the not collateral, parallel convergence, and they will get a pick on the 007. Meanwhile, there's the Sivir on the hunt, trying to chase everybody down. That is a nicely done slow, but Hayes gets rooted out by the tree. Hayes still does have flash. JLC trying his best to distract the tree from everything else. Point Sanity will be the next one to fall. Exhausted tree right there. Lloyd super painful at this point. Very healthy as well. Curtain call. Ooh, you got a hit. That's 1, 2, 3. And the last one will not hit anybody. JLC is very low right now. That's 2 people down for Imperial Pro Team, 1 on BKT. Obviously, BKT comes up on top.
Yeah, that was a very confident play coming in from Bangkok Titans, knowing exactly how that they had that fight in hand. Lloyd with that very aggressive on the hunt, and then we did see G4 nice flank with that slow, enabling the Maokai to catch up and that Sivir to catch up. And Lloyd just does so much damage right now. I mean, he was just dealing so much damage with those bouncing blades during that fight, and there wasn't much that Imperium Pro Team could do once they got caught out. They didn't have enough disengage to escape the Maokai, escape the Sivir, and as a result...
Yeah, that was super well played by the Zed, the slow from the Shurikens there. I think if that didn't exist, I think if he didn't do that
Yeah, if he didn't do that, they wouldn't have been able to catch up.
Yeah, so it seemed like the Zed was some sort of utility at that team fight.
Yeah, and that's just pretty good spatial awareness from the Zed. The Zed was actually pushing the bot lane turret as they were chasing onto Gragas. I think they spent too much time and too much resources trying to kill the Gragas. We did see Poi actually flash in the way of the body slam to stop Gragas from escaping, and I think they burnt too much, and they got punished. Really well played by Bangkok Titans.
Yeah, on the hunt immediately. Just as you said, confident play, but because of this, a lot of things are available on the map, and just as I said, that's Baron for the team. It's free.
Imperial Pro Team probably has no idea that this is going on right now. No ping whatsoever. And very good vision control coming in from Bangkok Titans, denying the vision. And it looks like Boy will have to place the ward, but even then, he still doesn't know. Well, now he knows that Bangkok Titans just took the Baron.
And this Zed wasn't even punished. There's the curtain call being called. Like, I don't think this will kill the Zed at this point, but that's one ultimate down. Looks like they just want to take a consequence right here. Meanwhile, Lloyd, such a ballsy move in the front line. Shepherd's Fate actually having 2 people next to it, and like Shuriken does not hit. Meanwhile, next up next, coming in from 007. Mod, in the meantime, does use the flash. Parallel to bring laid out. JLB trying to take space as much sword as he can. Sec in the middle of it all. Hate is gonna fall, and of course, JLB as well. Double kill for Lloyd. Meanwhile, everybody just like petals in a flower. One by one getting picked out. Light is the last one. Manages to get Lloyd. Holy cow. Sec though just trying to chase out Light. That's a gravity field being laid out just to distract everybody else. But mid lane is open. Let's see what kind of play will Light do. That's 3 versus 1. He's just running for his life. He's got the swiftness.
He's got nowhere to go though.
Yeah, he's gonna get caught out. That's the root. Everything else That's going to be an ace and an inhibitor down for Bangkok Titans.
And again, I just have to say, very good tempered faith coming in from Moss. Very good flank from Sek as well. Getting, it looked for a second, it looked like Bangkok Titans was going to lose that fight.
Yeah.
However, once the Maokai came back in, that ult changed. So much damage, so much DC coming in, and that drained the absorption, the magic damage absorption really helped as well. And Zoid, very aggressive. He's on fire right now. Playing very confidently. Flashed into the red pit to get those 2 kills. He actually died doing so, but he almost killed Knight as well. So, I mean,
he was in the front line. Double 7 trying to start something again with those hits. And that is the Q again. Here comes the big victory. Moss might probably last for the stun here. Sek gets stunned. 007, 1.8 HP. JLC. Kate right now gets assassinated by G4. I think it's the first assassination into the game. 26 minutes right in. That's 1 kill, so they have no ADC at this point.
Yeah, let's see what happens now. Bangkok Titans in full control of the game. The Honda Hunt is popped. Sek wants to go in. It's going to go in.
Oh, looks like he does. He finds the target, and it is the light right here. Zonya's being rocked. Meanwhile, Moss gets stunned. JLC is forced to use the Chrono Break onto Zoid. He will get a kill. Nope, it won't happen. Everybody is just falling one by one. For Insanity, the last one. That'll be an ace and the game. Wow.
Yeah, so Bangkok Titans undefeated so far, 4-0. Meanwhile, Imperium Pro Team 2-1. And very well played by Imperium Pro Team. They were the underdogs coming to this matchup, but they held their ground. They had a 3,000 gold lead at one point in the game. However, it wasn't enough. We did see Bangkok Titans, they had very good fights, very good skirmishes. And yeah, I mean, GG, well played.
Yeah, GG, well played. It wasn't entirely like a really stomp from early to finish. At least from early game, they knew what to do. They were responsive. It's just that the team fights, the decision making is what brought IPT into their loss, and BKT just really played well as well.
Yeah, and Imperium Pro Team, they've got one more game after this. They will be facing off, I believe, against the Saigon Jokers. So that match is also extremely important as well. I believe Saigon Jokers is 1-1 while Imperium Pro Team is 2-1. So it's going to be a very important match again. And once again, guys, you just watched Imperium Pro Team versus Bangkok Titans on the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring.
Yes, and after, we'll take a break before we proceed on to the second match. That's Saigon Jokers versus Imperium Pro Team Imperium Pro Team. So yeah, this is the Garena Premier League 2016 Spring. We're Shotcasters. I'm Riku, GS Riku.
And I'm GS Neat.
So see you guys later.